I'm using crisp apple honey. It's a salad vinaigrette dressing. You can use Italian dressing, but I like to use this. Get some moisture in there. So I already shook it up. So I add a little bit of this in there, and then I like to use mustard. I'm kicking it up a notch, and I'm using some jalapeno mustard. So put some mustard in there, just a small little squirt. Of course, pepper. Put some pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder right here. Zap it, zap it. Starting to get real happy. A good seasoning I use is called Berbere. It's from Africa. And we had some African caretakers here at the house working, and they would use this a lot. And I really got accustomed to the flavor. It's really good because it's a good, distinctive, different flavor, and I just love it. So I use a little bit of this instead of paprika, something like that. And then we're gonna go with the Venado lemon herb seasoning. That's always good. Oh yeah, that one, and also the fajita sazon pollo. That's these two right here. A little bit of each one of these. And then they're kind of thick. It's got a lot of herbs, limited herbs. And then we're going with the Venado pollo sazon seasoning. So that's good right there. And we're gonna mix this up right here. And then we're gonna bag it. And then we're gonna do the meat. And once we season the meat, we're gonna wrap this up in foil, then put it in the same Ziploc bag that all this is gonna go into. And one day, when we barbecue, we'll have meat and we'll debone it and make taquitos or tacos or whatever, or just eat it like that. But we could probably go through this. If I do it the right way, I could feed the whole family on a good meal and have this with a big salad or tacos and stretch it out and feed the family. Because we're looking at each package was 4 drumsticks and 4 7 steak bone-in meat that we could debone, and we're looking at about $8 and feed about 5 or 6 people. And that's, you gotta stretch it out, man. Nowadays, you gotta stretch it, and we'll make an excellent meal. But right now, we're gonna freeze it with all the seasoning and let the seasoning penetrate and trizzleate into the meat. And boy, we're good to go. When we thaw it out, it's already seasoned very well. Just throw it on the pit, get the woods going, get the wood, give it all that good flavor, and bam, we're good to go. I'll come back and show you how I season the meat. Okay, here we are on the 7 steak, the Chuck 7 steak. You get 4 per pack. They were about $5, $5.50, and you get 4 of these packs. And they got a lot of bone in there and a lot of meat, so a good portion of fat. But I just want to let you know that we're gonna stretch this out. We're gonna season this differently than the chicken, even though we're gonna freeze it together. I'm gonna rebag this and put a bag within a bag inside so you don't cross contaminate. And we're gonna season this differently. And let me tell you, it's a good cut of meat. You could do this. You could do stew or good soup bone. But I'm gonna cue it up, get the smoke flavors in there, the seasoning, let it penetrate, and make taquitos or tostadas and have it, that's, we're gonna have it some other day. We're gonna use different seasoning. We're gonna use some Worcestershire sauce. Ooh, that's a little, yeah, that's about right. Worcestershire sauce, pepper. I'm gonna go with the Cavender's Greek seasoning on this. It's got salt. We don't put no salt because everything we use has salt, so you don't want it too salty. And then we got this Greek seasoning. It's got garlic, oregano, lemon, peel, mojoram, black pepper. But we already put pepper, but this is gonna be just as good, just like garlic. And I'm gonna hit it with some onion powder. Just slapping of onion powder. And of course I'm gonna use a Gerber for that extra flavor that you will sense, and it's really delicious. Y'all should try it. I picked it up on Amazon. You can go to African market and get it, but it really makes everything taste a little different and better, and a distinctive flavor you can't pinpoint, but it's good. Everybody likes it. So we're gonna get this seasoned up, stir it up real good, and then I'm gonna put these in a plastic bag, and I'm gonna put it with my chicken. So I have 2 packages, and they'll be I'm gonna let them sit in the refrigerator for a couple of days, and I'm gonna freeze it. Let all that seasoning penetrate and trizzleate. And once we get the wood cooking on them, and then we get them deboned and chopped up for tacos or for tostadas, we're good to go. I got 2 sets, so we're set for the rest of the month. And take it from there. And that's the segment here. So good luck, and y'all have a good morning. I will. Oh, here we are again. I noticed when I did the video, a lot of the season didn't come out. I was doing it on my own, and I didn't quite get it right. I guess I was in a rush, didn't bother to check. But anyway, I'm going to go over some of the seasonings. Here's El Venado fajita sazon for pollo. They make one for red meat, and that's pretty good. And then we got the lemon herb butter. That's good for chicken, fish, and whatever. And also the beef. And then we have the Greek seasoning that has some mojoran and all that I get on the internet. The cavenders I use for the beef. And if you notice the video, I use different ones for different products for the different marinations. You got the ground pepper, the onion, the garlic went on both, red and the chicken. And then I use the crisp apple honey, but you can also use Italian. And of course I use the mustard. You can use regular mustard, but I use jalapeno mustard. And then for the beef I use Worcestershire sauce. You can always add paprika. I forgot to put paprika this time around, but you know, it comes around. I use it for briskets and stuff. You got rosemary, dill weed, and thyme. I didn't use it this time, but you marinate yourself, whatever flavors you like. You can get it going. But this is basically all the seasons I use, and you can see how I broke it down in the video. And just wanted to run that by you because none of the pictures of the products were shown. But anyway, here we go. Y'all have a good one. Okay, we got the proteins bagged up, seasoned up, a bag within a bag, the beef and the chicken, both with a separate marination. They're both going to sit in the refrigerator for a couple of days and let that concentrate and penetrate and trisolate, and they're good to go. It's a lot of bones. You're going to debone everything once we eat it, or just eat it straight out like that. I like to have it like that when I go to the country, when I go fishing. I just take out a pack. Don't have to worry about seasoning. Just take the grill, get the fire going, and slap it on the grill. You're good to go. Or just do them here at home and take my time, debone them. And one thing for sure, our dogs get bones. And of course, not the chicken bones, but I take the butt end of the chickens and give them to the dogs. My dogs are good with that. I don't give them the complete bone because that's bad for them. But even they get to eat. So we're all good, and we'll take it up again. And you know what they say? The sweetest meat is closest to the bone.